Joining me now on this exclusive Sportskeeda.com interview is Impact Wrestling star of the Knockouts division, Miss Kiera Hogan. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to seeing what you come up with here on January 16th at the pay-per-view. But before we get into that, I'd sort of like to touch on your beginnings and how you made your way into Impact Wrestling.
Well, I actually started off not even as a wrestler. I started off as an interviewer and an announcer back in 2014. And a couple of years, a year or so later, I started training and I started wrestling in 2015. And then I was on the Indies for a little while. I wrestled a lot in Georgia, in the Southeast, because I'm from Atlanta, and I got trained by Mr. Curtis Hughes. So I wrestled in the Southeast a lot in Florida, and as you know, Impact, or if you didn't know, Impact used to film in Orlando, and I used to be in Tampa a lot wrestling. And, I got a call from Impact Wrestling saying they saw me at a show and wanted to offer me a contract, and I ended up at Impact Wrestling. And I can't believe it's been 4 years. And I've done a lot. I've been through a lot of Impact, and I just can't believe now I feel like Hard to Kill is the time. It's my time. It's my time to shine and show and prove to everybody why I've been there and why technically I am an Impact vet. And, I'm ready to prove why I'm there and why I'm literally the hottest, period.
You talked about how long you've been with the company. You're kind of one of the veterans. Do you consider yourself a locker room leader in the Knockouts division?
I don't know. Not per se. I feel like we as a whole unit, are very equal. I feel like we all respect where we came from as wrestlers and how far along we've come as wrestlers. So as far as a locker room vet, not per se. We do have locker room vets like Daryl and Kaya and Havoc and stuff like that. But me per se, I don't know. I feel like we're a whole unit together, and I kind of just go with the flow as far as being in my place.
The last time I talked to you was about a year and a half ago, and it was a time when you revealed a lot of details about your personal life, and at the time you were applauded and celebrated for your courage and your bravery. Wanted to ask you, how important is it that a lot of people look up to you and you're kind of a role model?
Well, my life motto has been aspire to inspire. If you don't know, I have that tattooed on my left forearm with flames around it because fire is passion, and passion is my life. And my whole life, I've wanted to inspire other people because I've had so many people inspire me. And all I've ever wanted to do is inspire somebody to be happier, to live their life for themselves, to have an open mind, to put whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. Whatever that may be. If I can inspire somebody, I've accomplished exactly what I wanted to do. Wrestling has been everything to me, and as a platform, I feel like wrestling can help let people see different sides of you, and which I'm very blessed about, especially in this past couple of years. I've very much so opened up way more with my public fans and with my peers, and I just feel like, I've just been able to inspire people in many different ways, and wrestling has been able to help me grow into the adult, into the person that I've always wanted to be, which is open and happy and not hiding or having to put on a front for somebody just for the sake of somebody else. So I want to inspire people to just be themselves and be themselves for them and not try to, pretend to be anything or anybody else.
At the time that I talked to you, you talked about how much inner strength you got from just finally revealing who you were for real. And how much has that grown since then? Has that just even fueled more of a fire for you to not only be a success in life, but a success in pro wrestling?
Definitely. Now professionally, I just feel even more confident. I have more confidence in my voice as far as work. I have more confidence on my social media and my presence. I just feel more confident in myself and who I am, and I feel like nobody can copy that. That's something that can't be copied. Is I'm confident being who I am, and I'm happy being who I am. And I just feel like every day I try to get better and stronger as the person that I'm starting to become, or I'm trying to become as an adult. Because I'm 26, but I was very sheltered, and I'm just becoming the person I've always wanted to be. And I think that's beautiful, and I think more people should do that for themselves. I promise you'll be so much happier. And I just feel like I'm in a very, very good place in my life, professionally, personally, and I think it shows professionally.
Speaking of professionally, you wrestled as a single star for most of your career, but now you're teaming up with Tasha Steelz. What's it been like working with her?
It's been amazing. She's amazing. I met Tasha a few years ago at a show, and we hit it off instantly. Like we were instant friends. And I've wrestled her before on the indies. We wrestled actually a street fight at Queens of Combat, and it was amazing. And that was, I think, like one of the only times I wrestled Tasha. But from that point, I was like, Impact, like, I think you should take a look at this girl, and I think you should put me and her together as a team because I think it will be hot. And, pandemic hit, things happened, and Tasha literally on a whim got called out, and they, like, literally just threw us together, was like, okay, let's try it out. And honestly, from the beginning, it's been chemistry on TV, with everything, just with everything, us in the ring. And I feel like every time we work, we get closer and stronger together. And I feel like, that's why we're in the finals. And that's why, we skyrocketed right to the top because look at us. We literally started off of nothing. We started off of nothing and made it into something. We are hard to kill, and that's on period.
Well, with you guys going for the gold, I want to ask you, what do you think about the company reviving the Knockouts tag team titles?
It's about time. I feel like the Knockouts have been pushing for the tag titles for a minute. Like, we've been talking about it, like, as a group. We've been trying to push it on social media. We've even tried to get some of the OG knockouts, like Taylor Wilde, who I'm a huge fan of, like, back into it. Like, Madison and Gail Kim, they were former Knockouts tag champions. I've even, like, talked to Brooke Tessmacher, who I absolutely adore, about the Knockouts tag titles. This should have been a thing. Like, I'm so glad now that it's happening and it's being taken so seriously because I feel like it should be. It definitely should be. Like I said, I honestly think me and Tasha are the epitome of tag team. Like, we're the epitome of Impact Knockout tag team. Like, and that's why we're going to be the champions. Like, these titles have been made for us. Like, at the end of the day, these titles were made for us because, like I said, we started off of nothing. We made it into something, and I think we have completely blown it out of the water and made it into something even bigger. And this year is just going to prove, like, even more of what we have to offer.
Well, you talked about this year, and I know you're focusing on the tag team titles now, but is one of your New Year's resolutions to win the Knockouts, the big belt, the Knockouts championship in 2021?
I look up to somebody very particular when it comes to title holders, and that is Miss Gail Kim. Gail Kim held both the Knockouts tag titles and the Knockouts title at the same time. That is my goal for this year. That is my goal for 2021. I plan to be that one that does that. Because all I need to do first is win these tag titles on January 16th at Hard to Kill and prove that I'm hard to kill, and then I'm gunning right for Deanna and that main title. Because I have not once had a title opportunity in the 4 years that I've been at Impact. And I think it's about damn time that I get a title opportunity. So, I think after I win these tag titles, or me and Tasha win these tag titles, that is our next order of business. And, I'm just going to be double champion, and we're going to rock all the gold and be the best, like we plan to be in 2021.
I have to ask you this also, because you when you came into the company, you were babyface and beloved, and then you switched over to being a heel. Which style do you like to work better?
I think I'm more confident being a heel. Like, I think I'm more relaxed in myself. As a person, I'm sarcastic, I'm a jokester, I like to make people laugh. Like, I feel as a heel I can be stupid and I can act like pretty much how I want. Like, I just feel so free being a heel, especially like bouncing off of Tasha. I just feel so comfortable, like, just being like in the position. I just feel comfortable being the hottest flame. Like, I feel so much more comfortable being the hottest flame than I ever did being the girl on fire, if that makes sense. Like,
I understand.
People don't really I feel like people don't really know the transition from the girl on fire to the hottest flame, but like, I was the girl for a reason, because I was a girl, I was a kid, I was growing up in the business, I was trying to find myself, and by 25, when I went to the hottest flame, it's because I felt like I was the hottest. I felt like it was the time. I felt like it was time to unleash something more, to unleash that inner voice that I know I have, but now it's time to use it. So, I'm confident being the hottest flame, and however that may be.
Even though it's 11 days away, I think everybody's already ready for the pay-per-view. That's going to be a big day for you guys, because you guys have the Hard to Kill celebration in the morning, which is a virtual private party for the fans. Then you're coming back that night for the Hard to Kill pay-per-view, where it will feature this lady and her tag team partner, Tasha Steelz, going for the titles against Havoc and Nevaeh. I hope you guys win them. I'm personally rooting for you myself, Kiera.
Thank you. You have to be on the best team, the number one team. We take all the W's. Obviously, we beat Havoc and Nevaeh before. I mean, it's obvious we're going to win. We beat them in a no disqualification match. Like, we got this in the bag. Like, we got this in the bag. And if you aren't behind us, then you're on the losing team, obviously. So I appreciate you for being on the winning team, because, like I said, we already know. We already know we're going to be crowned the Knockouts Tag Champions. Like, these titles are for us.
I was going to ask you for a prediction, but I thought it'd be a silly question.
It's definitely a silly question. It's rhetorical. We got this in the bag. We got the bag, and we got the bag.
Well, I hope all the rest of the questions were good questions, and I really thank you for your time today, ma'am.
Oh, I appreciate it. They were great. I loved it. Like, I'm hyped. Everything is good. Like, it's solid. I love it. I can't wait. I'm just really excited for this pay-per-view, and I'm excited because I'm hard to kill, and I've been hard to kill.
Well, I thank you for your time, and it was great talking to you again, and good luck at not only at the pay-per-view, but everything going forward.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You have a good day, ma'am.
You too.